Welcome! I'm Dylan St. Amand, and today we've got something truly exciting lined up for you. For this year's Kraken Week, 3 talented miniature painters, each with a unique style and vision, will be taking on models themed around the same concept. While the models may have slight differences, the theme ties them all together. And that theme? Kraken Week. This is Creative Differences.
Hi, my name is Keith Bowie. I've been painting for about 4 years. I wanted to start painting D&D minis. We got a 3D printer, and after painting a whole bunch of other stuff, I started trying to print models and paint them.
Hey guys, my name's Alex. I've been painting for maybe about 6 months now as an adult, but when I was younger, I really got into Warhammer when I was in like elementary, middle school kind of era, and then kind of gave it a break since then, and I've really gotten back into it. So yeah, it's been about 6 months since I started doing it more seriously.
I'm Simon. I have been painting minis for a long time. Not well until really recently. I started painting Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves, and I must have been about 13 years old. So like go back like a solid 18 to 20 years. And you know, when I first started painting, I'm like, I'm a kid trying to paint, right out of the pot, slap it on it. And that kind of graduated to, I just need an army on the table.
I end up not doing faces on a lot of them just because you end up like getting these such derpy looking models most of the time. And like the one time you get it and it looks okay, you're like, okay, this is the only model for this entire month that's gonna have a decent looking face. All the others are gonna be derpy looking, I know.
I have never painted a 3D printed model yet. No, this is gonna be the first one. Yeah, I'm pretty excited because I actually had a really crappy 3D printer when they first brought it on the market. It was, can't remember the brand, but it was laser cut wood with like metal. And it came with like build instructions, right? And they're like, go to the PDF. And the first line in the PDF was like, go to the video. And so I was building it with Dave, and we go to the video, and it's just like, we're just gonna quickly slap through this. If you want a detailed instruction, go see the PDF. And so we're like, all right. And we were missing bits. We were, like, steps were just missing from the PDF that they didn't show in the video. Because it's like, here's how to build it. And they would cut the how to build video. And it's just like, why would you cut anything out of like how to actually build a thing? And so like, the intention was, I'm gonna build like print like terrain or print like minis that are like maybe a larger scale so that it would come out. And I never got past test printing. And then I didn't really have, you know, interaction with friends that had a 3D printer that could 3D print me models. And so, yeah, this is just first shot at a 3D printed model painting, which is really exciting.
I think it's definitely more accessible these days. It's not something that I've done as much personally. Sadly, I'm still buying a lot of my Warhammer from Games Workshop and stuff. I'm not really printing them myself, but now that Pope's been getting into printing a lot more, it's been really awesome to be able to get like really awesome models, things like an owlbear that's going to be featured on some of our other stuff, and or here, yeah, I have owlbear. He is here. And this was one that Pope printed for the campaign and I painted, and I definitely think that like that's really fun to have quick accessibility to a bunch of different models, especially just because of how absorbently expensive some of the company stuff has gotten from different companies that sell models. Definitely being able to print them, it makes it a lot more accessible to a lot more people, and it's a lot more fun to have something physical on the table that you can actually play D&D with.
Oh, my crabman. Oh, look at the little boy. You might not like to hear this, but the first thing I always think of when I think of crabs is the crab rape meme. So we're gonna definitely paint this boy up to look like he belongs on the beach dancing with all the crabs. So we're gonna do some nice vibrant reds and oranges, either two-tone orange or like orange with a cream colored underbelly. We'll see.
Oh, you get to praise the sun crab.
Yes, I love it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at reference photos of crabs. Not necessarily realistic, but I was like, well, how, like, what kind of coloring do crabs get? Like, how does that color differ over like over their body, right? Because like sea creatures have such vibrant colors sometimes. And like me looking for like vibrant crabs, and I had a color scheme in mind, and I hit upon some photos and I'm like, those ones.
Oh man, I definitely want to do some brighter colors, I think, especially he has like this one big claw. I think that'll probably stand out a little bit. I bought some new blue paints recently, which I haven't really played around with a ton, and some of them were quite vibrant. So I think like priming it white and going for some like brighter blues, and then maybe doing more of like the classic kind of red, orange, tan stuff underneath could be cool. So having like a brighter top, brighter big claw, and then more of your like classic crab maybe underneath, more like grays, tans and stuff.
I have a couple of special things in my toolkit to really make him look like he's on the beach dancing out. So yeah, he's got some nice barnacles on top. We'll definitely pick those out, and some like nice grays. We'll definitely try and get some nice detail on these claws, especially the pincers. I mean, we could make him look like he's just come back from a masquerade to crab rave and make him a little bloody. So we'll see. We'll see where it takes me.
I thought about using contrast paints on it. I might not. Contrast paints do best with a lot of like ridges, a lot of texture, and this doesn't have a lot of texture, it's a lot of smooth surface, and that's where like contrast can like fall short. I still think it can be usable. One of the things I want to do is put it on the base. I like using a painting handle. In terms of like the stuff that really helped me like jump my painting to the next level was, one, deciding I'm gonna take my time with it. Two was like a painting handle, a wet palette, and a good paintbrush. Like those 4 things, like giving a shit, and like 3 small pieces of equipment, like jumps, and like 9/10 of that is giving a shit. Like I really want to emphasize that. Like the last 10th was like, oh hey, this.
The back's pretty sweet. They have these kind of side spikes going on that could definitely offer some opportunities for some like really cool like blending effects as far as like fading from one color into something else. I definitely like the barnacle textures. I think that adds a lot of opportunity to not just have like one flat color across the whole top, but maybe do the barnacles as separate as well. Could be pretty fun.
And there you have it. 3 unique and stunning interpretations of our themed miniature crabs. We hope you enjoyed watching our talented painters bring these models to life. A special thanks to Epic Miniatures for their incredible work creating the minis we used in this episode, which we purchased from their online store at myminifactory.com. You can find their Patreon and more information in the description below. Don't forget to check out our website, www.silverdicesociety.com, where you can find a stat block for a huge crab to use in your own D&D games at home, perfectly linking with the minis you saw today. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Silver Dice Society for more creative content and exciting projects. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Creative Differences.